Folks, I'm Mike Doles, and I've been an inspector for many years. Done both contract and municipal inspections. Been a building official. So I've got about 25 years experience involved in this. Hold multiple ICC certifications, including Master Code Professional. But the main thing is, for all the studying and all the book work, for all the tests and everything else, it comes down to being out in the field and doing the actual inspections. So we've created these series of videos. There's going to be quite a few of them. This is one of the first ones you're going to be seeing. And we're just trying to help you out. We're trying to identify code violations that hold up CO and rough-in inspections first. Kind of in that order. Now we're going to have a whole host of videos that's going to be coming out. Ask you to watch over those. Some of those say something like looking for free inspector training or something like that. We have inspection training for fire stop inspectors. But the first batch of inspection videos we're going to do is on residential construction. Now, Doles Enterprises is myself and my wife, and we're in South Carolina. And not everything that I list or show is going to, maybe be relevant to your specific area, but maybe it'll get a conversation started. It's always good to talk among your peers, other construction workers, inspectors, that sort of thing. So watch these videos, learn all you can. I ask please that you subscribe and like these videos and support us in any way you can. Buy me a cup of coffee if you know what I mean. And I really do appreciate that. So sit back, go through some of these, learn what you can, and share the knowledge with others. And we look forward to working with all of you. Now this issue we're going to be brought up a whole lot of discussion among inspectors. So I want to kind of get your take on it too. So let me kind of present everything out to you, and then you kind of talk among yourselves and see what you think. I encourage you to pull out your code books here. Now we're going to need both the NEC and the IRC. The IRC, look over in 303.7. I'm in 2018. When this was all done, you may be in a little bit different, but are be in that same neighborhood. And then go to your National Electric Code and go to 210.70, and I think it's A3 is where we're going to be at. So that should be listed there. So let's start by looking at our little picture here we got on the screen. As you see, we got a switch to control that light over the stairway. Now, what the code says, if I have 6 treads or more, I've got to have illumination and it's got to have controls at the top and bottom, right? So let's just read it real close. It says in the residential code, it says interior stairway illumination. Interior stairways shall be provided with an artificial light source to illuminate the landings and treads. The light source shall be capable of illuminating treads and landings to the levels of not less than 1 foot candle, which is 11 lux, as measured at the center of treads and landings. There shall be a wall switch at each floor level to control the light source where the stairway has 6 or more risers. Then let's look down at NEC 210.78.3, additional locations in 3. Where 1 or more lighting outlets are installed for interior stairways, there shall be a listed wall-mounted control device at each floor level and landing level that includes an entryway to control the lighting outlets where the stairway between floor levels has 6 or more risers. So that's what our code reads. So now let's look and let's see what happened in the photographs that we have. But first let's do a little English lesson. Now folks, it appears this whole thing comes down to a couple of definitions. At and on. Are we at the landing or are we on the landing? Are we on the level or are we at the level? And that's where some argument come in. So it made it interesting. So let's see what you think. The example we had, we got a townhouse complex. And of course it was at the final when this was discovered, which is the wrong time to figure these things out. But right here, what happens is the person holding the camera, which I think was me, is standing at a landing at the lower level. And there's a switch there to control the lamp. Now let's go up the stairs. Now here's where it all got fun. Get to the top of the stairs, There's a little wall there. You turn back, hallway going down to the bedrooms. And way down there where you see the little red circle at, and there, that's where the switch is that controls the stairway illumination. Now that switch is on the level of the top of the stairs. That's the whole argument. It's on the level, correct? I think we all agree it's on the level. Now this is actually at another location, same contractor. And in this case, we're on the second level, and we turn the corner, and you see those that 4-gang light switch box there. That doorway you see immediately to the right, that's a little powder room. So then it's got a little short wall, probably, a foot, 18 inches, 2 little steps, and then it turns and goes down the stairs. But the switch is located right there where you see it. It's on the level, right? But is it at the landing? And see, that's where the whole question comes in. Does it have to be on the level or at the level at the landing? The code really doesn't specify it. So this is what it's going to come down to. Here's the code sections again for you to read them. We've got that language in there that says at the level, correct? So we can go back and forth all day long. It's going to come down to an AHJ making the decision. Now the inspector in the field represents the AHJ, but you can always appeal to them. Bottom line is we got inspectors out here that have a lot of training. They've been trained in different aspects of code administration. And based upon all that training, it is well known that there's no way in the world we can have a code book that's going to cover every single circumstance. So therefore, it's up to the inspector to make a determination as to how the code should be applied. My opinion on this is that the switch controlling the light, the luminaires, should be immediately at the landing, as close as possible. Now, if there are construction restraints that prohibit that, that has to be taken into consideration. It's going to be on a case-by-case basis. But inspectors will turn this down. So be prepared, and be prepared to argue your case. But ultimately, it's going to be the authority having jurisdiction's opinion that's going to matter. Now, you can take this thing all the way to a board of appeals. Do you really want to hold up a seal in the house or something like that? But this is one of those things that needs to be caught on the rough end inspection, and I will grant you that. Here's the thing. Inspectors are busy, just like everybody else, and sometimes they don't catch everything. Whose responsibility is it? It's the permit holder. It's their responsibility ultimately to comply with the code. So therefore, in this case, I'm afraid they're going to have to cut out some sheetrock. Just to clarify, Doles Enterprises is Michael and Sharon Doles, and that's the picture of us you see. And we just appreciate everything you folks can do to help us promote this channel by liking and subscribing. So please continue through the videos and support us in any way you can, so we can continue to offer this kind of training free of charge to other folks. You have a blessed day. So that concludes this video. We've got a whole host of other videos. Actually, go to the site and look over them. There's quite a few there for you to learn from. Please like and subscribe. We need to go over all this with you as much as we can, and let's try to avoid unnecessary failed inspections on the site, and that saves everybody time and money and a little bit of aggravation.